Final day of the IPL league stages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good you specified that.
You
Yeah.
have to listen to the whole thing first. That's the problem. People in this place don't want to listen to the whole thing. They just take out portions of clips and then they put it out of context.
I'm sure that has nothing to do with anything.
Exactly. Because today you have to ensure that everything we tell, it has to be listened to very carefully, because it's MI versus Sunrisers Hyderabad,
Yeah.
the first match of the final doubleheader of IPL 2023. Equation simple. Jai Shri Ram.
Once again, why are we twinning? What is this?
Exactly. Oh, you are slightly darker. He's slightly.
Yeah, it's more salmon. His is baby pink.
Yes.
Shades today.
Shades today, indeed. So, equation is simple. No rain threat at the Wankhede Stadium. If Mumbai Indians lose, they are out. If Mumbai Indians win, pray that RCB do not win.
There's no rain threat at the Wankhede, but the sky might threaten to descend down upon
Yes.
SRH. Yeah.
Yes, because Surya Kumar Yadav, not the sky is above, not referring to any RCB things at this point in time.
Yes.
Surya Kumar Yadav, last 4 matches, 3 50s and 1 century at the Wankhede.
Magnus.
He's a beast at the Wankhede.
He's a beast in most places. The Wankhede, he just goes to the next
Level. But Surya Kumar Yadav, whenever he's failed outside of the Wankhede, Mumbai has struggled.
That's because I think, see, you have to remember with Mumbai, there were 2 batsmen in their middle order they really relied upon. One was him, the other was Tilak. Unfortunately, once Tilak got injured, then all of the focus, emphasis really came on Sky.
Yeah.
Because Nehal Vadera has been good in a couple of matches, then kind of petered off afterwards. Tilak was a more proven performer. Remember 2022 also he had a very good season, started this year very well. Now though, it's the Sky show.
It is the Sky show. And remember, crucial game for even Rohit Sharma. There is a trend going around even on social media. Like, okay, हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, we only see one. मुझे एक ही नाम सुनाई था, वो है India. For India's sake, Mumbai Indians have to lose. Because what will happen is, if Mumbai Indians lose, they are saying that Rohit Sharma might head to England.
WTC.
For the WTC, May 23rd, that is the reported date that we are getting.
So that's 2 days from now.
Yes.
Tuesday.
But if Mumbai Indians win, well, then it's
Obviously.
pushed back to either 25th or the 28th. Let's see how that happens. But will they listen to only India, or will Mumbai Indians want to enter the 4th place? Because remember, yesterday, Chennai Super Kings and Lucknow Super Giants sealed their spot. Lucknow Super Giants, the most dramatic manner, 1 run. They won by just 1 run, and they're awaiting the team, whether it's going to be RCB or MI.
Right.
Or it could be RR.
Somehow, incredibly. Yes.
Incredibly. Because this is the situation for RR, Rajasthan Royals. Mumbai Indians should lose. That's done for them. RCB. If RCB, this is the stat. 6 runs or more if they lose. Or if GT chase the target down in 19.3 or 19.4 overs, the caveat is if it is in a chase of 180. Then if that margin is achieved, Rajasthan Royals go through.
Even then you need Mumbai to lose.
Yes, you need Mumbai to lose. For RR, MI and RCB have to lose. But for RCB, the margin is 6 runs or 19.4 overs. That is the problem. And okay, we have got Umran Malik who's going to play today. Why didn't he play in the previous game then?
So you're going to play Umran Malik on a pitch with very true bounds and not the biggest boundaries.
And
I have to laud SRH's genius this year.
I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav can use the pace and just
That's what
get
I'm
it
saying.
over
I'm
third
like,
man finally.
why would you not have played him at Uppal where it's slow, low, and you know for a fact that his pace will genuinely make a difference?
Yes.
Here now, I mean, it's just classic SRH when it comes to denting a player's confidence and kind of actually going through your biggest stars. They kind of dumped Warner very badly.
Yeah.
Williamson too, I felt was given the short end of the stick, made captain 1 year, next year sent it to the auction pool. Now even Umran, we are talking about, oh, we look at our current form, but you know, if you're looking at a young bowler who you know is raw, why would you drop him for like 5-6 games, maybe a game or 2, and now you're bringing him in a situation where you have nothing to lose, but where he's basically a lamb to slaughter. I hope to God he proves me wrong. But
I mean,
yeah.
look at his statement. Today I get a chance and hopefully I perform well. I mean, that's Shows you that he's not,
not
as
confident at all.
confident. Yeah.
And look at the dimensions at the Wankhede. 63 and 67 square.
Yeah,
Downtown
asking for
72.
trouble. Yeah.
Well, it's almost become like the Chinnaswamy. 54 meters the square and 65 meters is the straight boundary.
So speaking of Chinnaswamy, obviously during this match and even after this match, we're all going to become pseudo weather experts.
Of course, because the Karnataka weather, like I've gotten through their Twitter handles, they've said that the trend is it'll be very hot in the morning till afternoon period. At about 4 or 5 o'clock, it will darken. There will be a vicious thunderstorm for 1-2 hours. After that, it will stop, and then you can see a truncated game. Maybe at best. But as I have said, even if it has Cherrapunji-like levels in Bangalore, if it rains for 3 to 4 hours, the Chinnaswamy will still be bone dry.
In 10 minutes time, you'll be in
yeah,
game, right?
you have to
30
hope
minutes,
that
yeah.
that the rain stops by 7:30.
So you have a grace period of 1 hour.
And lest we forget, this is
still.
the same, what do you call, Chinnaswamy went 2017, they ended up starting the 11-8 at 1 o'clock in the morning. So
It became a 7-over game. And that too, the allowances were not every 4 minutes an over will be reduced, every 6 minutes an over will reduce.
Right.
Wow.
So, okay, toss update. And again, this is advantage MI really. So they won the toss and chosen to bowl first.
Bowl, yes. Because they feel they are better chasing and
Also with, if I recall correctly, Wankhede, KKR MI was also a day game. It was a little more difficult to bat first, and in the second innings it just became so easy. So I think that's definitely on mine too.
So, if Mumbai, the scenarios were, if Mumbai had to overhaul RCB's NR, the first thing was defeat SRH by 80 runs. But that is not happening now because Mumbai are bowling. Chase the target down in under 14 overs. That is the way how you can overhaul RCB's net run rate.
I mean, to be fair, when it comes to 14 over chases,
We need not go back to 2014. And remember, Mumbai Indians were in a very similar position, not that similar in 2021. They were battling for the 4th spot against SRH.
yeah, at that time though the equation was much worse because I remember they were competing against KKR and they had to get them out for under 250 or they had to score more than 250
Yeah.
and get them out for under 70. So thrashing, shellacking, nuclear bomb, whatever you want to call it, they basically had to detonate one of those.
Although Mumbai Indians made 235.
Yeah, but I think SRH got like 100.
SRH got about 190 or something.
Exactly.
So that's why that didn't happen. And okay, Hrithik Shokeen is not playing. Rohit Sharma is saying
And
just
Kumar Karthikeyan is it?
that's a good ploy.
Okay.
Yeah, we just want to think. We just want to win the game and not think about how to do it. Liar. Winning gives us a chance. Not looking too far. ahead.
That's something he's saying for.
I'll tell you why. Because later on, when supposing that happens, you will see from their official Twitter handle the Mumbai Indians reaction. You mean to say they are not going to be watching that game very closely? Come on.
Of course. Mind you, this is the same. No, that's not MI. I recall last year, remember, I think RCB needed a favor from MI and they turned the entire Twitter account
Yes.
blue. It was really funny.
It was. Yes. So, man, oh man, it was. Today is the last day. Anything can happen. Even Ashwin said no. We have to say that Telugu is our national language for the day and Gujarati is our favorite food. There is a photo that he uploaded. Our favorite cuisine is Gujarati and we all have to speak Telugu for the day. That's what RR are praying for. Markram has to hope somehow that he wins against Mumbai. And GT Hardik Pandya does his club a favor. MI by beating RCB.
By the way, Markram's squad have again made 2 changes.
Umran is in that we know.
That's one. Let's see who the second is, no?
Yeah, let's see. I think I would
Maybe
have.
Hansen comes back.
I would have gotten the team. Let me
Yeah.
check. I think I should have gotten the team. No, I haven't gotten the team yet. I will get it soon. So it should be great time for the batters as you have nothing to lose. Well, there is one thing at stake. If
Wooden spoon.
SRH win by a big margin, then they can potentially put Delhi down at the bottom.
Dear God. The chances of that happening for never mind.
Yes. So, okay, Green, David, Behrendorff and Jordan, they are the 4 overseas players for Mumbai. And that's the Mumbai Indians lineup. Okay, Rohit, Ishan, Cameron Green, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tim David, Nehal Vadera, Chris Jordan, Piyush Chawla, Jason Behrendorff, Kumar Karthik and Akash Madwal.
So basically what they'll do is they'll bring in Vishnu.
Again
Vinod.
Vishnu will own. Why?
one
But
of the
wait,
bowlers.
Tilak Verma is in that.
No, but are they playing all 4 foreigners?
Yeah, they are playing
Yeah.
all 4 bowlers.
Yeah, but Tilak again, we still don't know anything about his fitness. Even last game, if I recall correctly, he was on the bench. They just chose not to go with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be a. I don't know with Tilak Verma. If he's in the subs, he should be the impact sub then.
Ideally, but maybe he's just there because.
No, last time I don't think he made it to the bench also.
If he's.
Again, the broadcaster changed it later.
Yeah, because Vishnu Vinod, I mean,
Has been a bit
it's-
underwhelming.
Underwhelming, yeah. So that's why if Tilak Verma is there, I think he will slot in. There's no two ways about it. So 4 foreigners: Green, David, Behrendorff, and Jordan. By the way, Green has blown a bit hot and cold.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And okay, who's this? Kyron Pollard.
Pollard's leading the team down. Then again, that's no surprise given he's their batting coach.
Yeah.
So.
So there is no Janssen in this SRH lineup. So it is Markram, Klaassen, Brook, Phillips.
Okay. So the changes are basically going to be the Indian players.
I think there will be no Nitish Reddy. I think
Or they could have very well dropped Karthik Tyagi too.
Karthik Tyagi, yeah, Karthik
You can just
Tyagi
take your pick.
and Markanday comes in and Umran Malik. Maybe those are the 2 changes.
Maybe, let's see.
Too many changes.
Yeah, so that is why. Yep, that's the qualification scenario. Pollard, remember, has done many heists for the Mumbai Indians in the past. 2013, 14, 15, even 19. He was the man who always rescued Mumbai Indians and really wanting something similar from
They
the
started
Sky.
like finals also, if I recall correctly. 2 finals, if I'm not wrong, he hurt CSK.
3 finals. But 2 against CSK, 1 against RPS.
Oh, 2017. Yeah.
He and Mitchell Johnson. Oh boy, Kyron Pollard. I voted him as one of the greatest ever in the IPL.
Yeah, I
because
think
of
for foreign
impact.
players, he's the easiest shout.
Yeah, I put
Would
him,
have been AB if he'd won a title.
Yeah, I put him above ABD.
Warner's also there, I would say.
Yeah, of course. Foreign captain who's won a title, sure.
Yeah, it was a close tussle when we had done it last year. It was a close tussle between Bravo, ABD, and Malinga and Pollard. Those 4.
No, I'd also picked ABD. I picked ABD.
Yeah, I think Siddhant picked Lasith Malinga. I picked Kyron Pollard.
I remember you picked Pollard. Yeah.
I think he picked Malinga.
Malinga. And I picked AB. Yeah.
Yeah, so
For the
that-
best foreign captains.
Best foreign player ever.
player
Yeah.
ever in IPL.
Yeah.
And I knew I was fighting an uphill battle because no titles.
And-
0 Tituli. But
No
Excellent.
Gale.
no, we had to pick just 3 of us. So we
Okay.
just, again, with Gale, the other problem was
No title.
No
0
titles.
Tituli. So it was the option between him and AB, and I'm a big AB fan, so I would say AB.
I went for Pollard because he was responsible
Yeah,
for
that's true.
majority of Mumbai Indians'
True.
success.
Yeah, he was. Especially in the big games, really, he always stepped up. Just had that ability in him.
Big time. So that's why. But yeah, it was a close tussle. Lasith, I mean,
That's what, huh?
that's the thing. So it was a very close fight anyways. So, boy, no major. I mean, Umran Malik is back. Let's see how.
Can we check? Have we got the squads for SRH yet?
I think we haven't got for SRH yet.
Very good. Even they don't know what 11 they're naming.
Yep.
They
yep.
named a fielding 11.
Yes. So they are batting first. Let's see. I think the 2 changes that I mentioned, maybe Umran Malik in
Umran
for
and
Nitish
Markanday.
Reddy and Markanday in for who's the other guy? About Karthik Tyagi.
Karthik Tyagi was slightly.
Yep. But Mumbai Indians, why do they find themselves in this position? If they win, and even if RCB win today, I think they will look back upon that Lucknow game as a missed
Yeah.
opportunity.
2 games. Lucknow game, 1. And that game against GT where Russian went mad with the bat because it really dented the NRR.
Oh yes.
That
Really?
was, I think they had picked good 8 wickets for 103.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really dented the NRR because if they had to get a big win there, might not have been, it wouldn't have been as close. Then it would have been a case of who between RCB and MI get a slightly bigger win.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now though, MI need a massive win.
Yeah.
Massive win. That's the thing.
When that
82
happened,
runs.
just a couple of
82
days later, you saw them thrash RR. So that helped their net run rate.
Yeah. Not 82 runs because they are now
87.
chasing.
No, I just read something.
But that scenario has been dropped, no? Because they are
It has?
chasing now.
I think they need to win it in.
Under 15 overs.
Yeah.
Wow.
So-
That's
That is why now this equation will change if you chase it on under 15 overs. And whatever is the total, if it's lesser number of overs, say 120 if SRH are bowled out for, If they chase it down in 10, 11 overs, then they have made it. They have overhauled RCB's net run rate. Then it won't be a simple case of RCB just winning.
Yeah, then they need a good
Then,
win.
yeah,
They'll need
then
a
they
good win.
But the other thing also, and of course this is a possibility, not a probability, that if SRH win, then it doesn't matter what happens with this.
RCB.
Yeah, then they have to be absolutely hammered by GT
Yeah.
to drop the net run rate down that bad.
Then only Rajasthan Royals will have their eyes on it.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Mayank Agarwal is in. Vivrant Sharma is in.
What?
Umran Malik is in.
Aiden Markram, Heinrich Klaassen, Harry Brook, Glenn Phillips,
Brook is also in.
Sanveer Singh, Nitish Reddy, Mayank Dagar, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Umran Malik. So basically the entire Indian contingent has changed.
Wait, did they drop Abhishek Sharma?
Yes.
They dropped Abhishek Sharma, they dropped Rahul Tripathi.
Yes.
But Rahul will at least come on as an impact sub.
How?
Like,
They are bowling second, na?
oh, yeah, God.
Then Markanday will be your impact sub.
Oh my.
They have changed the
batting
entire
first.
Indian contingent.
Do we have any SRH fans in this organization?
I don't think so.
Nikhil picked
And this is the reason why.
No, there is one. There is one. We have Neeraj.
Neeraj is
I think
SRH.
he has a soft spot for them because he's from Hyderabad.
That doesn't.
Commiserations.
No, I mean, I feel for them because I think we should start traipsing around. They might just be going crazy.
They have essentially changed the entire Indian contingent.
Yeah.
So Mayank Agarwal and Vivrant Sharma are your potential openers.
Yeah.
No Abhishek Sharma and Rahul Tripathi.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you've got the overseas players are the same.
Aiden Markram.
Brook played the last game.
Brook played the last game.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Markram, Klaassen, Brook there. Then you have Nitish Reddy who played the last game. Glenn Phillips, Sanveer Singh, Mayank Dagar they've continued with off spinner.
Off spin.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Umran Malik. Dear God.
Although Mayank Dagar did bowl well. Against RCB,
Yeah.
he did bowl well.
Fair, but I mean, so much chopping and changing. This is really just an audition.
It is.
Do well and we retain you. Otherwise, off to the chopping block you go.
Man, Vivrant, Mayank, Nitish, Sanveer,
Abdul Samad has also been.
Abdul Samad gone.
Huh? And Abdul Samad was finally getting some form as a finisher. Yeah, I don't understand this player.
Vivrant and Sanveer Singh didn't play last game, right?
Sanveer, if I'm not wrong, no, Sanveer was on the bench. He didn't
Bench.
play.
He
He didn't play. So,
Yeah.
Neither than Vivrant.
I
Yeah.
mean, such big changes in just one match.
Also, I'm sorry, but do SRH have some sort of an unwritten quota rule or something that only one of their Kashmir players can play? I barely remember Abdul Samad and Umran Malik playing together. Barely.
In 2020 they
No,
played.
yeah, exactly. That's my
That's
point.
it, they never played together.
2022, Abdul Samad was out of the team a lot of the time. 2023, Umran Malik was out of the team a lot of the time.
Didn't they play together in the KKR game when Umran got hit for 28 runs by Nitish Rana?
Maybe. That was one rare game. I'm just saying it's not something that happens all
regularly.
Yeah. And funnily enough, only recently Abdul Samad had started finding some form. Remember, he won you that game
Yes.
against RR, the Sandeep Sharma overstep. Even one game after that, he played a decent
He
knock
played well
finishing.
against Lucknow Super Giants.
Yes, so I don't know.
This is why you see that SRH are at the bottom.
Yes.
Deservedly so.
Yes.
Deservedly so.
Too many changes, too little consistency from one of your facets, batting and bowling.
And truth be told, I don't understand SRH making these many changes because I think they need maybe 2 or 3 tweaks. It's not like say Delhi Capitals where they made wholesale changes because you could see nothing was working.
Yeah.
Here there were a lot of things going good for you, or actually on paper you had a very strong squad. It's beyond the squad's control really, or beyond team management's control that say a Tripathi had a bad year. And law of averages had to catch up with him too because truth be told, he had a really good, since 2017 onwards, I think when he was with RPSG, 17, then 18, 19, 20, he was really good with KKR. 21, I think he was their best middle order bat. I still maintain if he were fit in that final, we would have won that final. He wasn't fit, so he had to drop down to like 7, 8. Then by that time, the match was lost. 22, he had a really good year for SRH. Law of averages had to catch up at some point. Markram also not been good, but I still say they were maybe 2-3 changes away from finding a winning combination. But what they've done is like
Completely changed the whole.
full on khichdi.
Yeah.
Right? Never mind, Hyderabad is famous for his biryani. Here they're getting Hyderabadi khichdi.
They remind me of that
Yeah.
those journalists who get mental block. Where they cut, okay, we've got a tea. Oh no. Crumple the paper and throw it away. That's
Writer's
what
block.
SRH seemed to
It's
be.
like writer's block.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, imagine the anxiety of being an SRH player. You do well, you still don't have a guarantee that you're going to make it to the squad in the
Exactly.
next match.
I know.
You're just hoping and praying. I mean,
Exactly. And that's
Crazy.
why they're at the bottom. And
They are.
They were one of the first, I think, Delhi were the first team to get eliminated, followed by Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Then
And if-
KKR.
yeah.
Nahin, Punjab, and then KKR.
There at least you finished at the bottom. If you look at it, you were the last team to get
Yeah, I
eliminated.
mean,
prior
truth
to
be
this.
told, you were in the race for the playoffs till the last match.
Yes, you were.
You were.
You were.
In some weird odds, you were.
Yeah. So if Mumbai win, RR are out.
When?
Yes.
They join KKR and that.
When
is-
Mumbai win.
Yeah.
Because if this SRH team can get a win, then it's a minor miracle.
And Mumbai don't deserve to be in the
Exactly.
playoffs. If they lose to this SRH team that is more of a khichdi than the biryani,
Yeah.
I am sorry, then you do not deserve to be in the playoffs. As simple as that. So, SRH, man, I mean, karma bites you back hard if you disrespect two captains and that too two world-class players. If you disrespect them, this is what's going to happen.
David Warner, you ostracized the
Kane
one captain
Williams.
who. Warner more so.
Yeah.
I know, I'm not saying what they did to Kane was right either because Kane took them to a final in 2018.
Yeah.
But Warner, man, was their star batsman for years, captain, talisman, bled orange.
From 14 to 21, if there was consistency percent, like how Virat did for RCB,
It was
Warner
David
for
Warner.
SRH.
Yeah.
Yeah, some 60 or 50s, yeah, in the IPL.
And I'm sorry, Warner, when he was there at the crease or even captaining, you always had that thing, yeah, SRH might have a chance, might have a chance, might have a chance.
And remember, SRH in 2016, they didn't have the best team with them
No, but they had players who contributed when it mattered.
in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
RCB were the better team if you look at it.
No, correct.
Because you had ABD, KL,
Gale.
Gale and Virat. And
Yeah.
Virat,
And Yuzi.
UZ, yes, Yajvendra Chahal. And Virat was having his
Otherworldly year.
superhuman years.
Ah.
Yeah.
16, if there was a term Bradman-esque, 16 was Kohli-esque.
Hmm.
Did well in T20Is at an average of 106.
He did well across formats that
Yeah.
year. He was somewhere else.
80, 75 in tests average, 82 average in ODIs, 106 average in T20Is at a strike rate of 155, 973 runs in the IPL.
Wow.
And SRH beat that RCB.
That
side.
hours. And at the Chinnaswamy.
Ben Cutting.
I mean, it all comes down to the franchise building trust with the players because look at the way players come and fight on the field for their franchises, be it CSK, RCB. It's because these franchise, back these players so much, and it's a
give and take.
yeah, it's a give and take relationship. I mean, you have to back your players, and then the players will go out and fight for you on the field.
In that sense, which franchise actually has the most mixed record in that regard?
Yeah.
KKR. You've backed a lot of good players, but you also top-leadered a couple of careers.
Yeah.
Kuldeep being one.
Kuldeep, yes.
Actually, Kuldeep being the only one.
Yeah.
Can't
Who
think of
else?
anyone else.
Saudi.
No, you had some bad luck. Saudi, though, it was.
But he's put on the bench, he's not going to do anything
So
now.
Nagarkoti maybe?
Nagarkoti was injured for 2 out of the 3 years that he was with Kolkata. हम क्या करते हैं?
Shubman was a good player even in KKR.
See, Shuman
Yeah.
was, I think, an unfortunate two things. He would have been retained had Venkatesh not had an otherworldly second half of the season in 2021. And if you would put Venkatesh in the auction pool, franchises would have been going crazy for him. So it was a catch-22. Do you stick with an all-rounder or a batsman? And that's why I don't like this concept of mega auction anymore.
Yeah.
Keep contract extensions.
Actually, see, KKR, I think you're kind of mistaken.
No, KKR have some bad luck when it comes to players doing well in other franchises. Gill, Sky, by the way, is a KKR winner is a title winner with KKR.
Wow.
2014. He used to bat at number 7 at that point.
Seven,
in time.
yeah. Yeah, he did. But again, Surya, I mean, I'm not saying like, okay, which, apart from Surya and Kuldeep, who else?
But even Surya, we didn't ruin his career.
He didn't
He
ruin-
actually, truth be told, and I'm not being unfair here, but there were games where he looked lost while playing for KKR.
Yeah.
He became a better player once he went to Mumbai, partly because I think he had those 2-3 years of hard yards at Kolkata.
Yeah.
Not being unfair. I think if KKR had to stick with him for another year, he would have actually turned a corner.
Yeah,
But
CS,
he was doing nothing remotely close to what we're seeing him do today back in
Exactly.
KKR.
That's the thing.
He did get those, a handful of opportunities,
Yeah.
but there weren't any shades of the Surya Kumar Yadav we're seeing.
There was some shades. I remember he used to come in at 7, he used to play those laps and these things. You know who was his biggest fan? Gotti.
yeah.
Gambhir was a big Sky fan even then. Very big. And he backed him. But I think he backed him too soon. 1 year after he was playing those cameos, he told him bat at 3.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready to bat at 3-4 at that point. A different player. very innovative, but he hadn't figured out how to use that innovation the way he does now. He was irresponsible at that point, and young, I get it. So I think there's two players I feel bad who got away. One was Gill and probably the other Sky.
But KKR is one of the top franchises if you look at the title wins. They are the only team apart from
Multiple titles.
CSK and MI to win multiple titles.
Third best.
Yeah, third best. in that
They did something, and that is why a lot of franchises respect KKR for their accomplishments, because
and also they have a good record when it comes to certain young players.
Yeah.
Again, someone like a Rinku is the result of 6 years of backing. You kept him in the squad.
me
2013.
18.
No, 13 was the first time I think with Mumbai he had once auditioned and all.
Who?
Rinku.
Yeah.
So he's been around for so many years, but of course credit goes to KKR for.
They kept him. They used to give him 2-3 games a year. Now finally, after last year and now this year, now he's a certified shot starter.
You know why I'm a big KKR fan after CSK? Because they had the guts and they backed him to the hill. They played him and he was a legend. Rajat Bhatia.
I loved that guy.
Lovely person. And that kind of bowling action would inspire you, but it would frustrate the hell out of you. How can I hit anybody so slow?
How do you hit a bowler who was slow medium and then bowling cutters? He was slow medium and bowling cutters. It was impossible more often than not to get him away.
Big fan of Chotu. That's why I like KKR.
Yeah.
And if in the current lot, if you look at it, Rinku is now at that cult figure now. I think KKR should plan their future around him and Shreyas Iyer.
Yes.
That is the way forward now. I think you have to make Rinku the core.
Yeah, he's part of the core now.
He is part of the core now. I think if you have to have one more addition to if suppose there is a mega auction held, my 4 automatic picks
For
if you have to
KKR.
retain KKR are Shreyas Iyer, Venkatesh Iyer, Rinku Singh and
Suyash?
No, I think you could
Either of
Varun
Vaibhav,
Chakravarti.
but you're not going to keep either of
the Pacers.
Vaibhav or Harshit.
I would say
Harshit.
Varun.
Really?
Yeah, actually, but Varun now has turned the corner a lot.
He's been, I mean,
I hope to God there's no more mega options.
because he
Yeah.
was clearly underperforming due to injury.
No, not just injury. Last year, he also changed his bowling style.
Yeah.
He started flighting the ball a lot more, and because he's not someone, I think his spin or his varieties of spin relies on him being able to be quick through the air.
Yes.
So because of that, when he was flighting it, it just wasn't effective. This year, what has he gone back to? 2 things I think he's worked on. One is his leg break. His leg break has become lethal this year. That's one. And 2 is he's firing them quicker. Because he was able to do that, and because he consistently bowls on a stump to stump line more often than not, you're thinking as a batsman, you're second guessing.
Yep.
That is where.
And also, yeah, KKR after the match, what they did was the journalists at the Eden, they wanted a special photo op with Rinku and they obliged. So Rinku was there with a bunch of journalists.
Yeah.
A photo has been taken there, and
Kolkata, by the way, one of those teams who are really good with their local media.
Yes.
They keep excellent relations with at least the local media.
and this is where I like to give a special shout out to my friend Himanish, who's the
Media.
manager at KKR. Fantastic work, Himanish. I mean, you used to respond to messages. You at least would ensure that, okay, these were the timings that KKR would happen. And you would explain the reason that we cannot do personal one-on-ones, but you have arranged something else for you.
Yeah, you'd have media,
Yes.
you'd have like sit-down press conferences for our media outside Kolkata,
Yes.
and then for media with Kolkata. It was very, very
So
organized.
kudos to Himanish. Thank you so much for making the media's job a whole lot easier. We wish more media managers are like you.
Exactly. Won't take
Okay,
names.
and that is why I'm a big fan of KKR because of the way now how they are making it much more people and media friendly.
I think for that matter, even RR are another good franchise in that regard.
Kind of, yes, from 2018 they came back, they were good, but now they have slightly regressed. Slightly, but not, they're still very open. Those back dressing room diaries that they put out, the fun stuff that comes out, most of the fun stuff comes out from RR.
Yes.
RR and I think for that matter, even RCB are really good when it comes to their in-house content.
Yes, their in-house content RCB is next level, and they have been also helped by a fantastic stand-up comedian or a actor in the form of Danish Seth.
Yeah.
Fantastic guy. His Nags avatar is
Next
simply next
Next
level.
level.
And Mr. Nags, Solpa hot maga. That's what I will say. He's really a magnificent guy. That means Solpa hot maga means you're doing you're on fire, lit. That emoticon. So Swalpa hot maga, Mr.
Let's
Nags.
take a few comments.
Yep.
This is, truth be told, a match we know is going one way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tripti Dimri is like saying, you know the team has lost it when Glenn Phillips is dropping catches. He can't drop catches. Tripti, 200% agree. I mean, this is the same Glenn Phillips
Who took an absolute blinder in the World
Yeah.
Cup, if you remember.
Yes, he took the catch of the tournament in that 2022 T20 World Cup, New Zealand, Australia. And it was that catching and that loss which ensured Australia never made it to the playoffs.
Exactly.
And when he dropped the catch, I'm like, okay, if a franchisee's luck has to be so awful, so be it.
Yeah.
Satyesh Shinde saying, why is Chris Jordan playing? But who else do they have as a bowler?
Problem is their Indian bowling is very thin, so they were always going to be playing with two foreign bowlers.
Yep.
In place of Jordan, it was always going to be Jofra, but then we know what happened there. And the problem with Jordan is he's one of those players who will do well in every other league. If they rename the Indian Premier League, no, he might do better in it. He's done well in every other league.
Yeah.
But in Indian Premier League, God knows what happens. And also, funnily enough, he's one of those people who does very well internationally.
Yeah.
I mean, he was very underrated to England's World Cup win. Him and Sam Curran in the death.
And also Chris Wokes.
Yes.
But I don't know what's happened with Chris Jordan. I mean,
Yeah.
whenever it's been the IPL, he's struggled. With any franchise, be it SRH, be it RCB, be it CSK, now with MI.
Yeah.
He's played with all the South and West teams so far.
Yeah.
But he struggled.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Okay, Harish Madhisetti is like saying, if MI losing today, and no pressure for RCB, they need to make sure the match goes till last over.
Harish, if the match gets washed out for them also, they'll be fine because then 15 points.
15 points, yeah, that's about it. Am I losing today? But again, not last over, 19.4. If GT chase the target down in 19.5, they meet. Because their net run rate will ensure this is only if MI lose. If MI win, RCB lose, MI LSG on 24th. And if RCB win, MI lose, LSG versus RCB on May 24th at the cauldron of Chepauk. Uday Aditya, Lara is struggling as a coach. What do you guys think of that? Let's
You know what Lara said, in fact, I don't know if he's facing that criticism, but I think it was yesterday where I read a quote. He said, if you're expecting me to do miracles, it can't happen here just
Yeah.
because I'm the batting coach.
I mean, of course, you could be a good coach and doesn't necessarily translate that the players will go out there and play well. Maybe he's teaching the right things, but it's in the execution that's going wrong. I mean, you can't guarantee that as a coach, right? If I'm coaching a great player, someone who's in form, and he bats well, then I'm a good coach. But then again, at the same time, I'm coaching a player who's not doing well at the moment, but is a good player overall. Then does that make me a bad coach? No, right?
No.
That's the thing. I mean, you see, coaching, and truth be told, I think we kind of overrate just a little bit the impact of a head coach in a sport like cricket. It's not football. In football, the head coach or manager decides everything.
Yes.
Right. In a sport like football, in a sport like cricket, it's the captain that has
Cricket is
power.
more captain centric,
Correct.
not coach centric. Yes, as Shane pointed out, football, maybe even basketball for that matter. A lot depends on what strategy you sort of play with, what times you want to be defending, what times you want to be taking the attack, all of that. And much of it revolves around the clock as well. Certain teams like to defend to begin with, then come out attacking later on. So all that tactical shift and all is determined by a coach. But here, cricket much more of an individual sport, and the most important individual ends up being the captain.
And yes, the team is as good as the individuals that make it. Because look,
Yeah.
for example, MS Dhoni is a great captain. But Stephen Fleming, he was a very underwhelming kind of a
Captain.
player.
Yeah.
And also as a captain, he had only individual moments of brilliance.
Yeah.
But is he getting all the criticism when CSK lose? No,
It's Dhoni.
it's Dhoni.
Exactly.
And same thing, it's not necessary that a great captain or a great player can
Makes a
be a
great
good coach. I mean, we are all talking about Lara. Lara was pre-IPL. I mean, he never played the IPL.
He played the ICL.
ICL. But Lara, give him time, yeah. The Prince, he can do it, but he needs solid backing from the management.
And also, I think you have to remember one thing: when it comes to coaching a player at this level, you're not teaching him the basics of batting.
Yeah.
More often than not, you're working on little tweaks here and
Little
there,
tweaks,
mindset.
temperament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. For example, Delhi Capitals, Ricky Ponting and Saurav Ganguly. two of the greatest captains ever.
And look at that team, they bat like lottery winners.
Two of the greatest captains and two of the best batters ever. See where they are with their
It doesn't matter how good a bat. And also, there's one thing which I've learned from football is that more often than not, the best of players will make the absolute worst of coaches.
Yeah.
It's very, very true.
Yes.
Very, very true.
Yeah, and football is the reverse, right? For example,
Football is the same.
Pep Guardiola didn't have that much success as a player, but as a
Pep
manager.
was a very underrated player. Let's
Okay.
be fair. No. If you're looking at, say, for I'll give you a better example.
Jose Mourinho.
Maradona. Arguably one of the greatest players ever. Rubbish as a manager. No disrespect.
You look at
Jose Mourinho.
Never played.
never
Never played,
played
but what a manager.
Exactly.
Frank Lampard, Chelsea's
Highest goal scorer, but he's, no disrespect, really bad as a manager.
Yep. What about Sir Alex? Has he played?
He had a good career actually as a centre forward.
So I read Wayne Rooney's book. You know, it was called A Decade in the Premier League. It had come a decade back, and I remember Fergie said, you know, every time Fergie would tell us things about him being a goal scorer, how he would hit volleys and all. Like, but there was never any video proof that I saw of it. I heard.
There's one bit of proof that exists. That boot which he smacked into Beckham's head.
Yes.
Oh.
You know the story, right?
No, I don't know this.
Really?
So there was an altercation in the dressing room
Between
and
David
David
Beckham.
Beckham. Altercation in the sense it was verbal, and Fergie was really mad, and there was a stray boot like that, and he just lashed at it. He didn't intend to do, but he lashed at it so perfectly that the boot went flying, got Beckham over.
Beckham had to come with stitches.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a true story.
yeah.
It's a true story.
This was in '98 or something.
No, it was the end of Beckham's career,
Yeah.
2002-3, when he was end of his United career.
United career. Oh, okay.
That was one of the many things that led to them falling out. The joke was at that point among certain Italian managers and all, they said, we've been trying that for years. How the hell did he get the technique right?
But that had to do with Beckham not falling in line with the club's philosophy, and more so Sir Alex Ferguson's philosophy. That no player gets bigger than the club, as simple as that.
And he was at that point, remember, it still is, of course, you're married to a Spice Girl,
Exactly.
big celeb, all that.
Yeah.
So that was one of the frustrations, and yes, he legit kicked a boot into his head. So old man definitely had the technique.
He might have, yes. So AJ Styles, coming back to the cricket, AJ Styles is saying that, yep, the styles clash. I like that move.
Yeah.
MI should chase it down in 11.3 overs. Wow.
Yeah,
So
AJ Styles, let's be frank here, Mumbai aren't phenomenal also.
they could be 194 and
11.3
14.2.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'll give up watching cricket if that happens.
Rohit Sharma at the toss said we're not keeping in mind what's
Of course
happening.
they have.
The way they come batting, that'll make it very clear.
Yeah.
Given their intent, that'll make it very clear how honest Rohit Sharma
And look,
was. at the
Mumbai
toss.
Indians, they'll put out a video on social media when they celebrate that moment. If that happens, I am telling you.
Sanket Joshi has an interesting question, and it's one that I won't answer now, but I think it's a good debate for later on.
Later on, yeah.
One uncapped Indian bowler from every franchise is impressed.
It's a good video. Yeah.
So,
It'll be a good video.
it
yeah.
will. Suyash for me.
For me, it's Akash Madwala.
I could go with Tushar Deshpande.
Yep.
And yeah, Madwal, yes.
Madwal. So you said Suyash.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'll have to think as well.
Okay. Why? What is it with Aditya Kavlekar that he comes up with all these kinds of things? Okay. In 2013, Kohli and Gambhir fought and MI won the IPL title. In 2023, Kohli and Gambhir fight again. आप समझ रहे हैं?
Yesterday also he did some parallels.
Some parallel he had.
RCB, I think it had
Yeah,
something to do
yeah.
with RCB.
Kedar Jadhav, David
Oh,
Willey.
yeah.
Oh yes.
He came up with Kedar.
Aditya Kavlekar, यहाँ आ जाओ. Please come here. We would love to have you join us because you can come up with these interesting anecdotes.
Scroll
and-
down, then we'll take predictions. Actually,
Yeah.
we can do predictions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, we can, but the problem is the ball's gone out of shape in the third ball. And
Wait, on the third ball?
yes, it's
Yeah,
gone out
I'm
of shape.
sorry, but our club balls do better than that. At least it
Yeah.
takes them 2-3 overs to lose color.
I have heard that we have a very good ball for Monday's game.
So tomorrow's game, even.
Yeah, tomorrow's game.
Okay.
I hope.
Okay, guys, Assassin AR is like saying he disagrees with us because football is reverse unless your name is Zinedine Zidane.
Zidane also, I'll wait on Assassin AR.
Exactly. I want to actually see Zidane. Yes, he's at present he'll appear like he's got the golden touch and all with whatever he did at Real. But he also inherited a very good squad. Let's not forget. The time that he entered as manager for Real, it was like for
You have to
Barcelona.
manage egos. Simple as.
You really used to say for Barcelona at one point that they didn't need Pep because there was half the Spanish side playing in the Barcelona 11.
And half of La Masia.
Exactly.
But was that his fault?
No, it wasn't his fault. I'm just saying, having these circumstances makes it a little easier. Also, if you're talking about great players, Carlo Ancelotti, he won the Champions League with Milan as a player and won them as a coach too. Ancelotti is a great. People don't realize how good he was as a player.
For that man, Beckenbauer as well. We won't talk about him in present. He's a World Cup winner as a player and as a manager.
I'll give you one better. Johan Cruyff.
Oh yes.
He's. We talk about Barca's philosophy. That. Where did the total football philosophy come from? Johan Cruyff and the Dutch.
Yes.
He was great for them as a player. Won them the Champions League and the leagues. And he was the man who was the inspiration behind them building La Masia.
Didier Deschamps.
Deschamps,
captain of France when they won 98 and the Euro.
Correct.
But he helped them win the 2018 thing as a manager also.
Exactly.
True.
Then for that matter, there are quite a few. There are 2 or 3 others who also won it as a manager and this thing. So it does happen, but you're right. Generally speaking, in football, the reverse is true.
Yeah.
The worse you were as a player, the better you'll be as a coach.
Okay. So one last question. Who will play Corey Anderson in I'm betting on Surya.
Yeah, could very well be.
Corey Anderson in 95 or 40.
I remember.
Ah, damn it. I was just so disappointed with
Corey
RR.
Anderson.
At RR.
At RR, of course.
Yeah. I mean, how could they not defend 194 and 14.2 overs?
I mean, how could they not make it to the playoffs after having winning 5 of their first 6 matches?
Yeah.
They have only themselves to blame. So, predictions, guys. Shane, with you.
Okay, SRH get to about 185 because I think this is a good batting deck. And Mumbai win.
You think they'll chase it down 11.3 overs?
11.3, no, but they'll win.
Okay, and Gargi?
Okay, 189 and Mumbai win, although I don't want them to.
Okay, so even you're also of the opinion that they cannot chase it in 11.3 overs?
No.
Harshit?
I'll go with about 171 for
SRH.
SRH. I think Mumbai will get there in about 18 overs.
18 overs, okay. So you said 189. You said
185.
185. You said
71.
71. I will go with 175. And yes, I think it's too much to do for Mumbai. 11.3.
But we also agree that it's too much to do for SRH to get a win here.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm going with Mumbai, but I think they will chase it down in, I think you're right, 18-19 overs. I don't see this pitch being as true as this, but I hope Surya proves me wrong. Very
Where
crucial
does
game for
stump come from?
Rohit Sharma. Very crucial game for Rohit Sharma. He would want to end potentially the IPL on a high, but if they win, he gets one more chance. So he should play a good knock today. That's my hope, because after that he only has one major assignment, and that is June 7th Oval.
Yes.
So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this first live of what promises to be an action-packed Sunday.
Super Sunday.
The last double header of IPL 2023.
Yes.
We will know the 4th team today, whether it is the blue of Mumbai, the pink or blue of RR, or it's the green, or it's the red and black of RC.
It was impossible for you to get it wrong. You do it intentionally. We know it. You're exposed.
What?
That elephant's memory that you have, you know everything in life, but you
forget RCB
colors you forgot.
I said green, but they do wear the green.
But
No,
that's not the predominant color, right?
It isn't, but I love that jersey. That green jersey is, I think, one of the best in this IPL.
That's because they don't have a great record wearing the green jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I love the color. I love the color. Green, Shane will know, yellow and green are my favorite.
favorite.
After the Australia canary yellow, the next the next
So
green.
quickly before we leave, tell everyone what color t-shirt is this?
This is lime green.
Lime green.
Yep. I like the Pakistan parrot green of 92, that jersey. It was fantastic. I had asked one of our Eagles, if you can get it, please get me that jersey, but then it's not available.
Yeah.
Not available.
Alright, see you.
Okay, bye-bye. See you.